Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. What is up? YouTube, it's your boy Pizza Maker 8000 back with another Toontown rant video, whatever you want to call it. Now today I'm featured by my homeboy Jackler. Go ahead and say what's up to the people, man.
Yeah, how you doing?
So, in my Discord, we have been going back and forth with people in my Discord for like the past, 2 hours, Jackler? Hour and a half?
At least it's gotta be.
At least. So, I want to make this video because I honestly don't understand why people keep trying to make new Toontown servers multiple times after we've seen so many servers just come and go and fail and never make it out of development, and people still want to waste their time on other servers. So, we want to kind of rant about that. Jackler, I'm going to let you go and start it off. I'm going to build off what you say. Go ahead and take the floor, yo.
I am genuinely beyond words as to why people keep trying to make brand new servers with little to no change whatsoever. It's always the exact same thing every single time, and I don't understand why. Sure, I know people want to put their own spin on things. They want to have their own cult-type, their own gag, and make it be like, this is their kind of project, but you're not really bringing anything genuinely new to the table. Like, what? I don't understand the point of it.
It doesn't make sense. This is exactly why it doesn't make sense, man, because people keep on... There's people in my Discord, not just one person. There's multiple people in my Discord that have worked for 4, 5, 6, 7 plus Toontown servers. And of those 6, 7 servers, you know how many of those came out of development? 0. Not a single goddamn one came out of development and actually became into a real and actual Toontown game. So I ask people, why do you keep making and trying to create new Toontown servers? And they say for experience, right? Well, if you want experience, if it were me, I mean, I don't really want to make a fucking server, but if I did want to and I was trying to get experience, I would actually work on a server that is already out and has their foot in the ground and is developed already, like Corporate Clash or Shit Written or even Offline, or maybe even TVS. But I would not continuously try to make a new Toontown server after the last 6 or 7 that I've tried haven't made it out of development. It doesn't make any sense to me, and the fact that people, like this guy in my Discord, is talking about he's making a new server, Toontown Galaxies, part of it, whatever the case may be, and he's telling me, oh, well, the game won't be out for another couple of years. Another couple of years. It is 2021. Toontown Rant came out, what, 2014? Late 2014, early 2015, some shit like that. And you are telling me that's going to take 3 or 4 years for you to make a new server. Do you think people are still going to be playing Toontown like that? Look at the drop-off of numbers in the past year or two. What, a year ago today, there was like, what, 4,000 people on Toontown Written. Now it's barely hanging on to 1,000. You know, the numbers are just dropping across the board for every Toontown server. Do I think a server's going to come out in the next 3 or 4 years? No. Do I think that I would announce it to people that I'm working on a Toontown server that won't be out for a couple years? No. I wouldn't say shit. Like Jackler said in my Discord earlier, he said, if I tell people that I'm making a server and it never comes out, they're expecting, you know, they already know about it. So now I look like I failed. If I don't tell nobody and it never makes it out of development, then, hey, no harm, no foul. But there still is no harm, no foul, because you're wasting your fucking time creating servers that aren't going anywhere. And I don't know why people continue to do this and they want to make Toontown Galaxy, Toontown fucking, what are some others? Apex, all these fucking Sugar Crusher, Sugar Candy, whatever the fuck it was, man. All of these pointless servers that just go around and around and around of recycling the same motherfuckers who failed on one project onto a new project. And they just keep doing it. They're like, oh, we're going to try this server. It doesn't work. Oh, okay, let's try opening Toontown, blah, blah, blah. This one doesn't work. We're going to take all the same motherfuckers that just failed and put them on this server and see if it works. It doesn't matter, man. It's a waste of time. And if you like fucking doing stuff like that, that's one thing. Do it for something that matters. What are you just going to waste your time and efforts and put your assets and all that shit into something that doesn't work? Penguin was working on a Toontown server at a point that I was a part of. I was a mod in there. And he realized after it shut down, why the fuck am I going to waste my time? So you know what he did? He applied for Toontown Corporate Clash, got the job, or, you know, got hired, and now that's what he does. And he's not wasting his time because he gets to actually see his shit come to life and see people enjoy what the fuck he's doing. You still there?
Yeah, I I'm just drinking it all into my brain because it's actually crazy to think about. Because the amount of times people have attempted to make a server instead of just trying to make something brand new or join an existing one. Like, as I said before, people are always making these brand new servers, and they're just slightly different. You can almost never tell the difference between all the servers, except for the fact that if you see this cog type, oh, it's this server. If you see this gang, oh, it's this server. However, what you want to do is stick out from the crowd. Like, Corporate Clash has done that, and I don't know why they're still under the Toontown umbrella. They could easily make it so it's their own game, and it would still be just as good, if not better. And another game that never came out, which I'm actually quite disappointed with, which is probably the only other game I have ever seen in the entire history of Toontown to look like it's not just like every other server, which is COG Invasion Online.
Yep.
That never came into fruition. But the gameplay of it, I saw a video on it, and it was genuinely something I was rather excited to play. Because it's not the same usual boring shit over and over again.
Yeah, that one was like, it looked like a first person, like when you were throwing pies and like a cog build, everything looked completely different. Like you're dodging shit for, it just looked like a completely new game, and that's what people don't understand. Like, I know, what's that server that bro was working on, bro, before Market Crash? What was that one called? Toontown?
Oh, I couldn't even begin to remember, but I do know that there's multiple times where that server or other servers have merged together, and usually when servers merge together, you think, okay, so this server's not getting as well on this side, and this server's not doing very well on this. They've merged together, they're going to get their shit together. But then they don't, so what's the fucking point?
It doesn't make sense, man. And I see it time and time again. Like, Sugar Rush just closed down. I wasn't surprised. I knew it was going to close down. They closed their Discord initially. They were like, we're closing Discord because we want to work on X, Y, and Z. I already said in my Discord, that shit is done, bro. They are closing the Discord. It's fucking done. What, a month and a half later, they come out and they say, yeah, we're done with this, blah, blah. We don't have the man. And this is the thing, bro. People don't realize how much manpower, time, assets, all that shit goes into making a server, bro. People think that you can just make that shit like that. People don't realize, bro, that you have to have people that are... Most of the people that work on these Toontown servers have jobs, or they have school, or they have other shit they gotta do. They're not gonna sit there for hours upon hours and be working on a game that, one, they're not getting paid from, two, might not even see the light of day. What if, let's say there's 10 of us working on a fucking server. Of the 10, 2 people are actually demoted and spending time to work on the server. The other 8 are just fucking around. These 2 are going to be like, why the fuck are we doing this? Let's take our shit elsewhere. Then they go to another server, same shit happens, they do it, doesn't come out. Like, what are people wasting their fucking time for? Like, do what you want with your life. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck who you are or what you do in your spare time. But if you ask me, it's just pretty fucking silly to be doing that and not seeing any of it come to light. I made the analogy earlier. I was like, it's like making a cake, and instead of eating it after you're done making the cake, you just throw it out. Nobody enjoys it. Nobody sees it. Nobody does nothing. It just gets thrown out. Wouldn't you rather be making a cake and you actually get to eat it and you get to have people taste it and tell you how good it was or whatever the case may be? No, you can't do that if the fucking servers never come to light. You're just wasting time. You're wasting not only your time, everybody else's time. You're giving people false hope, false sense of reality, and people are just like stuck like in a little kid mindset of like, well, you know, this person said that there's a 1 in a million chance that our server will come out. Like, he was saying in a good way, like, well, we might be that one server out of the million that actually make it. And with that logic, like, why the fuck, 1 in a million, bro? Like, those are your chances that you want to fucking bank on? A 1 in a million chance is what you want to go with as far as developing a server? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me, bro. I don't understand the logic of the Toontown community and people within this community and them not being able to get a reality check or face reality of Toontown's not going to be here forever, bro. Like, the numbers are dropping off now. It's only going to continue to get lower and lower and lower. And I don't think people realize Toontown's not going to be here in 5 years, bro. Toontown will not be here in 5 years. And I can almost bet on it that it's not going to be here in 5 years. But people want to sit here and think that, oh, you know, Toontown will still be around forever. This and that. They're like, offline doesn't need a domain, so it'll stay around. Offline might stay around, but what can you have, 20 people on a server max? Like, that's a dick around server. That's not you can instantly go from level 16 to 137. There's no sense of like accomplishment. You're just wasting your time, bro. And I don't know, man. People just really think that Toontown's gonna stay around forever, and it's really not. Like there's no way in hell this server's gonna continue to be around as far as time goes. Even with Corporate Clash, as much as I like Corporate Clash, thinking it's the best Toontown server, I don't see Corporate Clash being here in 5 years or so. I definitely don't see TVS or any of these other smaller servers, ODS, staying because why are they spending money and wasting money on servers that people do not get on?
I completely agree. What I genuinely will never understand is the fact that people are still trying to make these new servers. And as you said, it's not going to be around for a few years. Like, why are you even telling people about it right now? At least 70% of the people you're currently talking with likely won't even give a shit about the server by the time you actually release it. Why not just announce a server exists within like a month or two of it being released? At least then the players that are currently playing will want to play by the time it's released. Because you're just talking to like a dead audience by the time it gets around to the year that it currently comes up to.
Exactly. It doesn't make any fucking sense that people. I don't know. Like I said, man, it's your life. You do what you want with it, but I don't understand why people are wasting their time. Like, if you really want to see Toontown stick around, why don't you work on your favorite server, whether it's Toontown Rewritten or TVS or Corporate Clash? Why don't you try to work on your favorite server to try to keep that server around as long as you can, rather than making your own server to change up one gag or change up something so insignificant that it won't make a big ass difference between anything else.
It's so true. It's just so true. And at the end of the day, if you want the experience, as people have said, when they want to make their own server, and you can't get out the gates after attempting it one or two or even three times if you're in denial, and you can't get into an existing server, you're not limited to just Toontown. I mean, let's be honest, there's thousands upon millions upon trillions of indie games out there that you could easily just be like, hey, I want to get a bit of experience. I have something I can offer you. Let's see if we can make this game bigger than a thing that I've been trying in the past, which is currently literally dying.
And then while I have you in here, bro, I want to really just talk about like the hypocrisy that I was talking about in my last video. I know that you'd said that, you know, we were kind of chatting back and forth about it, of people going from, oh, I love this server, this is my favorite server. I'm going to leave your Discord because you're talking shit about this server, and then the next week they're like, oh no, fuck that server, I hate that server, this is the best server now, blah, blah, blah. The hypocrisy between this community is just, it's just insane, bro. People just swap and hop on different bandwagons, like, out of nowhere, bro. Constantly. The number fluctuations because people get butthurt where they don't like a mod, where they don't like, you know, how a server's being run or anything like that, and they end up just quitting the fucking game and just become anti-fucking of that, whatever the fuck that game is.
I completely agree. Like, it's a bit like us. Like, you genuinely love Corporate Clash, but you're not the biggest fan of Universal. And I'm pretty much the complete opposite. But at least we have the brain power to work out the good and bad of each server. Like, we're not thinking, oh, this server's the best and literally nothing can top it. And we're not thinking that that other server has nothing but bad things. Like, as I've said many times before, in and out of video streams or whatever, in my personal opinion, Clash isn't that great. However, there is good things about it, and I will give credit where credit is due. But that's not going to make me think any more or less of certain things. Like, I'm not going to go on any bandwagons that other people will say, like, wait, you think this is bad? And I'm just like, yes, I think it's bad. I don't want people to follow what I think. Have a mind of your own. Notice what is good and bad of each server. Don't just be like, oh, you hate it, so I'm going to hate it as well. No, that's not how life works.
Exactly, bro. People really just don't, I don't know what the word is, bro, but people just, like, always switch up and never stay true to what the fuck they believe in or what they what they're pushing for so hard because of something so minuscule just changes their mind completely. They're just like, they go instantly from, left side of the field all the way to the right. They're like, fuck this side now, I'm all over here. And it doesn't make sense. And then, like I said, we got people just still really trying to develop servers that are literally dead and they're not going to go anywhere, but they have a false sense of hope or a false sense of reality that these servers are actually going to make it out of the ground. And if it does, hey, more power to you. But you have to face reality and look at the numbers and say, well, I've worked on 8 servers, and of these 8 servers, none of them have came to light. So, why would I keep going? Why don't I just follow what other people do, and once the server stop working, let me just go work on something that will actually come into light, and I'll see all my stuff coming, actually being able to be played by other tunes instead of me just posting models and shit of a game and, little shit like that. I don't understand it, man. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's literally the definition of insanity, and I believe not enough people realise how insane they actually are. Like, you could literally be doing the same thing over and over again, but unless someone actually tells you that you're literally stuck in a loop, they would literally go on for that for years, evidently. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's mind-boggling. It really is.
It's all over the place, man. You have anything else you got to say, Jackler? I got to get back to work. I got to put this up that way I can upload it from work. So, if you have anything else you got to let off your chest?
Nah, that's fine. Like, the inconsistency of the Toontown community, I don't think it'll ever get better.
No.
We can just hope.
It won't, man, but like us, everything that we said, take with a grain of salt. Don't take nothing to heart like everybody does. Actually listen to the context of what the fuck we said rather than just thinking like, oh, these guys are fucking dicks. They're talking about me. This isn't aimed at nobody particular, man. This is just, and I guess like a video just trying to bring awareness to people and try to give them a reality check. But other than that, man, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Pizza Maker 8000. I'm out.